Hello, just wanted to come today to lay down another video. Um, Changing your altitude in life is not going to be easy. Just like taking a plane ride, they tell you to buckle up because you're going to experience some turbulence and to reach a desired altitude. Um, and that applies to life. Say you want to achieve certain things in your life, you have to be disciplined. It all comes down to discipline. You want to attract someone into your life. You want to attract somebody into your life that you desire, somebody that you want, somebody that you're into. Okay. From what I've learned, that in order to attract what you want, you have to become what you want. You want somebody that's loving, but you don't love yourself because you don't take time to be by yourself and to sit with yourself and go out to nature and plant your feet and breathe properly and just fill yourself up with love. Me, I know for myself, the next time I engage into a relationship, I'm going to come into the relationship already with enough love for myself, already with enough happiness within myself, enough joy within myself, enough respect for myself. So therefore, when I do get into a relationship with someone and we ascend in love, not fall in love so we can bump our heads, but ascend so we can fly like birds together and enjoy the sunset and the sunrise together. I am enough because the power is within me to be enough. That person can only add to me being enough. That person can only add to me being happy already. So there's not many things that that person can do that is going to alter my love for me. That's the problem when we get into a relationship, and it's happened to me. We get into this relationship expecting the other person to be the rock, to be there for you and do the things you want, even though you may have been there doing the things that they wanted you to do. That person may not have been ready for that commitment. So therefore, it's not going to work. So you fly like birds and you fly in your separate directions and you go, find the other person that, you're looking for. Me, like I say, for myself, if I want that reflection, I have to be that reflection that I want. We come into these relationships, like I was saying, wanting the other person to do this, that, and the third, but we are lacking in those things that we may want the other person to have. We want somebody that has, their own bank account, you know what I'm saying? And, this, that, and the third. We want somebody that loves us, and we want somebody that, whatever we want, because we always want something. But in order for you to want, you should have. So if you come into the relationship already having enough money, so if your mate is having rough times, you both do not have to take a downfall, and you may even be able, you know what I'm saying, to throw that person some ends because they need it. Not come into a relationship where you say, you know what, I don't got it. Now he or she don't got it, so now we both don't got it. Yeah, I look at it. If I come into the relationship having, then whether you have or not, I'm good. And if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, I can help you, until you get on your feet to, where you need to be. I'm that I can be there for you as well as you can be there for me. Now, I don't take my kindness for weakness, because what I'm saying, I'll cut you off quickly. What I'm saying, it's not even like that, but you know what I'm saying, I come into the relationship with a different mindset than I've come into other relationships, that I've had. So yeah, being enough, coming into a relationship, having your own, is going to make it easier for you and make it easier for your life, because you already set yourself up to where you want to be. And you don't need the other person to make you happy. You don't need the other person to give you money. You don't need the other person to love you, because you already are enough. Not that that person can't do those things, because of course you want somebody to love you, want somebody to hold you, and caress you, and all these good, wonderful things that happen in a relationship. But I just look at myself, like, I just say, if I come in with this, then I think, and the other person comes in with that, we both are good on certain levels. Because a lot of people come into a relationship where one has, the other one doesn't have, they have this or you don't have that, blah blah blah. So a lot of times we use each other. Well, I'm doing this, so you should do that, or I'm doing this and you should do that, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know we've done it. That's just, what I'm saying, what it is. But my whole outlook is, it's different now. It's different now. And I've noticed that changing my altitude has not been the easiest thing, because it's like a mirror following you around in your face. Wherever you go, there's a mirror following you around, and you're being presented with certain sides of yourself that you have to face. And it may not be the prettiest thing all the time, but it will help you grow if you extract the message. And messages can come from anywhere at any time. They can pop up, boom. You can hear somebody having a conversation that may resonate with you. It could be in the grocery store. It can be you're out taking a walk or a jog or whatever you do. So it's always good to be open to receiving the messages, so that you can learn and you can grow, because this is what it's about. It's about learning and growing, and we're always learning and growing. That's just what we do. Like a seed that's been planted that grows and keeps growing 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 and keeps growing. We shed, like, everything else. So our hair sheds, our skin sheds, everything, pretty much. Our shells, our cells and stuff regenerate and rejuvenate, and old cells die off, new cells, come and are made, and all these things. So we shed and we continue to grow. But it is an experience, and it's a good experience, because I've learned to be very disciplined. Like, not in taking, a lot of animal flesh, as it's like that's a big, big thing, because it's like you're a drug addict and there's drugs all around you, and you have to say no and be disciplined every time you sit down. Every time I sit down to eat, it's like a conscious decision to make, to not eat an animal. You know what I'm saying? To have that animal flesh, because I've eaten meat, dead animal flesh, for like 34 or 5 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes not the easiest thing, but when you discipline yourself, it becomes a lot easier in other aspects of your life, because you become more disciplined. It's 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 funny when you really think about it, because I have an ebook that I wrote. I finished it last year about this time, and I had to be disciplined. Like any goals you have in life, you have to be disciplined to reach those goals. Like, I made it a point to go to the cafe 2 times a week, no, 3 times a week. My last ebook, to, bang it out, you know what I'm saying, and get it done. And it started getting cold outside, so I had to be disciplined to do it at home. And, when you're at home, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, but I made it a point to do what I had to do. I'm now on my second ebook, which is actually teaching people how to write an ebook. Because I get so many questions on, well, you wrote an ebook, how do you write an ebook? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to show you guys now how I actually wrote the ebook. And it's going to be very basic, very simple, and videos are going to be included. So it's going to be very easy for someone to follow along, to retrieve the information and actually write an ebook. Yeah, this video is pretty long, but I just wanted a chance to vibe, you know what I'm saying, and get some of this information out. I was sitting in the room, and I was like, you know what? I have all this energy, and I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna make a video. Why not? Let me make a video. Let me bang out a video real quick. But yeah, discipline to change that altitude to get to somewhere else. It may not be easy, but it's well worth it. There's a saying, if you do things that are hard, life will be easy. But if you do things that are easy, life will be hard. And you have to be willing to do the things others won't do today in order to have things tomorrow others won't have.